Hello and welcome. Feherty here, your Philistine of quarantine, and I'm broadcasting from my man cave here in Dallas. We've had to hit the pause button on my show as we've sheltered in place, but in order to keep up my razor-sharp interviewing skills and to keep from bouncing off the padded walls in my house, I've been doing my own crew-free episodes called Feherty Up Close from a Distance. Think of them as little bite-sized Feherty nuggets. Man, that sounded wrong. Anyway, they've aired online, and as we get ready to press play on the TV program again, I convinced my friends at Farmers Insurance to let me glue together a couple of shows. This one features social distancing style interviews with Ian Poulter, Mike Tirico, and actor extraordinaire Michael Pena. But first off the tee is the man who introduced the name Aaron into the vernacular. Of course, I'm talking about the incredibly funny and talented Keegan-Michael Key. Welcome everyone to another episode of Feherty Up Close from a Distance. My guest today is someone that I'm very excited about. I'm really into comedy, and he's done everything from Shakespeare to Second City to game shows, and of course the amazing sketch comedy show Key and Peele. It is Keegan-Michael Key. Keegan, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, David, for having me. Appreciate it, man. This is fun.
It's great. I've really been looking forward to this. Where are you at the moment?
I am in Los Angeles, California.
Who were your mentors? I want to ask. You know, when you think of Second City, I always think of Aykroyd and Belushi and many Canadians.
I learned a lot of my physical comedy from Chevy Chase. I learned a lot of. I learned the kind of the art of writing from Mike Myers. Right. Also, people playing outlandish characters. Speaking of Canadians, Jim Carrey is a huge inspiration.
Yeah.
Peter Sellers, who was in. I mean, who was in his own sketch. It's funny. I have a lot of British influences. Peter Cook and Dudley Moore, Fry and Laurie. Those people affected me because I've always been so covetous of. I'm a very physical performer. I'm very covetous of their wit, of being able to just stand in one spot and have worlds come out of their mouths.
Yeah.
But also Steve Carell, Steve Colbert, Tina Fey, and there were some of the biggest influences for me are a lot of people from Second City that you will never have heard of, that were instrumental in me honing my skills as an improviser and as a sketch writer.
Describe to me, you know, your writing process, the stuff that you do with Jordan. I mean, you got to be very proud of him. Boy, I mean, he is just gone absolutely
just like into outer space. I'm so proud of him. Elle and I, it fills our hearts the success because he deserves the success so much. Our writing process at Key and Peele was extremely similar to our writing process at Second City. So what we would do is sit in a room with our writers at the beginning of a week, and people just start throwing in ideas. And once we fall on an idea, you can usually feel the room. 6 or 7 people will kind of go, whoop, and their radar will go to this one idea, and we'll go, ooh, right there. And then, David, it's like sharks to chum.
Yeah.
So what you do is you start jumping on the idea, and one of the concepts that every improviser knows is it's called yes and. You yes and something, meaning that someone comes up with an idea, you affirm the idea and you add on to the idea. And so we would say, "Ooh, what if this and this? Oh, yes, and this." And then you build and build and build, and then that writer goes off and writes that sketch.
Do you have to lose your ego to a certain extent in a room like that, because you know you'll have an idea and people don't like it?
Yes. Usually the rule is you still have to put your ego in the shoebox at the front door. We have like a shoebox at the front door. Put your ego when you get to work.
Right.
But the big thing was always you yes and every idea, and then organically the ideas kind of fall away if they don't.
Right.
If they don't have any metal, they kind of fall away. And the idea, you can feel everyone sparking to the ideas that seem to be clear. The ideas that seem to be crystallizing quickly, and they're the ideas that have what we would call in the business a joke bucket. So some ideas have a joke bucket. So once the premise is put out, you see everybody going, you know, and then everyone starts shooting stuff. They start shooting baskets. They start shooting their jokes into the bucket that person created. And so there's other ideas. It's not about nah. It's always, if you see 6 people go, you might want to move on from that idea. If you everybody kind of lean forward in their seats, then you know that you might be working with something here.
Yeah. Some of the skits that you've written with Jordan, specifically the one that stands out to me, there's two. There's Mr. Garvey, obviously, is amazing. But the East-West Ball, I've always been fascinated with the names. I mean, McCringleberry.
Yeah,
the real one, I mean, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, seriously?
Real guy.
Is that a family name or what?
Exactly. That's what I said. I think someone once said, "Oh no, I've heard about DeBrickashaw Ferguson's name, that it's a family name." That ain't no family name.
I don't think so.
What family is that from? The family
really.
of the.
let's call him DeBrickashaw, honey.
Exactly. DeBrickashaw Ferguson from the Birmingham Fergusons. Yeah. From the Isle of Skye Fergusons.
Another Northern Irish name, incidentally, Ferguson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's very much. That's very much so. Yes. Yeah. A shared name between Scotland and Northern Ireland. Yeah.
That's right. It is. Now, I have a daughter, Erin, which.
You mean Erion? You talking about Erion?
Yeah.
Erion Feherty? Is Erion Feherty here?
Yeah. Yeah. Do people still sort of yell that out at you?
Every day. Well, not during the pandemic, of course, but every day. It's Aaron from across the street, and he just goes, "Hey,
that's fun.
Yeah, it's really and people come up to me often and say, "Hey, hi, just wanted to introduce myself. You ruined my life." Let me guess, your name's Blake? And they go, "Yeah." That's right. Yeah.
So what other projects are you working on you got coming up?
Oh, I just wanted to mention Game On a little bit. This is the best new sports program that everybody should watch. It's really good. It's going to be a blast. You've never seen anything like it. And if you got the sports fix, if you need your fill, this is going to be the show. It's a sports-themed, sports-oriented program.
May 27th, CBS, 8 o'clock.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Yeah.
I have another show right now that's called Brain Games that's on Disney Plus. And
it freaks me out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Drew Brees, right? Drew Brees, right? Yeah. I mean, I know. Can I do it? I can't even. Wait, hold on. Oh God, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Was it bimanual interference?
Bimanual interference. That's exactly it, which I think is required in golf.
Yeah.
Everything's required in golf.
It does, yeah. What happened when you first met Meryl Streep?
Well, after I came to, I asked what brand of smelling salts they were using because I really, you know what? Here was the surprise, David. There is a grace about her that it's not ethereal. The thing about Meryl, it's how grounded and down to earth she is. That's the thing that I think surprised me the most. She's, she doesn't want you to bask in her greatness. She just is great.
She's Arnold Palmer.
She's Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
He's just Arnie.
Who was your favorite athlete growing up?
Barry Sanders. Well, growing up would have been Billy Sims. Billy Sims was the original, between Lem Barney, who was a little bit before my time, who was a Detroit Lion, and Billy Sims. He was so dynamic. He was why I wanted him, and Lynn Swan were why I wanted to be football players.
Who are your three main comic influences?
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and Peter Sellers.
That's three magnificent. What is your favorite impression?
My favorite impression is Barack Obama.
Oh, right, and that was brilliant at the press writers thing, which was just phenomenal. Well, listen, I hope to have you on my Golf Channel show sometime in the near future when we get rid of all this stuff. I'd love to hear about your golf, but give us a little Obama on the way out.
Everybody, do your best to stay inside. It's an opportunity to share love with your family, friends. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Greatness. Egan, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you, David.
If you still want more, and you know you do, this is who's coming up next.
I'm doing a little bit of a live Instagram with Shane Lowry at the minute. He's got a dartboard. I've got a dartboard. So if you do a split screen.
Yeah, that's cool.
I have clippers. I can send you my old clippers if you just want to buzz the whole thing.
I'm going to keep mine. It's the only thing that I have left.
I appreciate your honesty, and I'm sorry for all the backlash that you're going to receive.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get crapped on. Yeah. No, I'm used to it. Next on Feherty, up close from a distance.
Yeah.